Hi, sweet Stampin' friends. Deborah Harrison here with Simply Sweet and Ink Designs. And guys, I am super excited to share with you today a really fun project. We have a new annual catalog coming out in a few weeks, and that means we have 5 brand new, beautiful ink colors. They are just so bright and cheery that I thought today would be fun to take all of the ink colors and put them into one card. So let me go ahead. I'm going to turn my camera down and share today's project with you. As you hop on, say hello. Let me know who is joining me today. If you do stop by and watch the replay, let me know that you stopped by. Hi, June. I see you there, friend. Thanks for joining me. All right, let me go ahead and get my camera switched down. And guys, I'm going to remove this banner, but that is my blog address. So if you ever need to connect with me, that's kind of the hub for my business, how you can find pretty much anything that I have going on. So let me go ahead and get that banner out of the way so you can see things a little bit better. Now, as I said, we have a new annual catalog, and as you can see, my wish list is quite full, and that is even after pre-ordering as a demonstrator, which is one of the perks that we get when you are part of Stampin' Up. So, and the reason I have so many of these flagged is I've got some really fun project ideas in mind for you to share with you over the next few months. So let me go ahead, and one of the products we're going to be playing with is the Sweet Songbirds bundle. Actually, I'm working with a couple of demonstrator friends to do another retreat in a box in July using this bundle. So I thought we'd do a little sneak peek of it today and share with you those beautiful new ink colors. So if you haven't seen the new ink colors, let me share them with you. They are, oh my goodness, my brain has left me. It is Sweet Sorbet, Parakeet Party, Tahitian Tide, Orchid Oasis, and Starry Sky. I love these colors. And in fact, I know that you're going to want to collect all these colors. So I am doing an in color club, which I'll tell you a little bit about and how you can get signed up for that after today's project. So these are actually some cards that we're going to be making for my team meeting in May so that my team can get some really fun samples and cards to use using the new ink colors. So for today's card, I thought it would be fun to take all 5 colors and put them into a project, a really fun pop-out panel card. And I just thought it'd be fun just to do this card today. So let me tell you how to put the card together. Now, I am going to tell you I did do a little prep work on this because there are several little elements to this card that rather than you watch me do every single step, I thought I would just show you the main steps on the mechanism, how to put it together, and then we'll just play with a few of the fun stamps. All right, so let's get started. The first thing we're going to do, and as you know, if you're on my email list, you will get the project sheet in tomorrow's email showing you how to put this project together and all the supplies I use. Now, several of the projects like the new ink colors and the Sweet Songbirds bundle won't be available till May 3rd, but you can put them on your wish list and order them when they're available. So if you are not yet signed up for my list, make sure you go over, sign up for that so that you can get access to all my weekly project sheets as well as my promotions and fun events that I have coming up. All right, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to start off with a piece of thick basic white cardstock, and this measures 4 1/4 by 11 inches. And what I have done is I have scored it in half at 5.5 inches. And we're going to take the Tahitian Tide print from the In Color Designer Series paper, and we're just going to glue it on the front of our card. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a piece of that Designer Series paper, but this is the Starry Sky print. And this piece measures 1.5 by 5 1/4. And we're going to glue it down at the bottom. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I die cut out ahead of time a banner label. Now, this is a stitched banner that comes from the new what is that called? Stylish Shapes Dies. And it's got some really fun squares and circles that are stitched, as well as some stitched banners. Now, what I did for this one is I snipped off about 1/2 inch just to create a banner at the bottom, because I didn't want the little flag tail at the top. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna glue that here on my right side of my card. And then next what I did is I took another smaller banner from the Stylish Shapes Dies, and I die cut this out in the basic white cardstock, and I stamped the sentiment from the stamp set that says "A little bird told me," and we're just going to add that on with some dimensionals towards the bottom of this banner. Now, before I get too much further along, let me go ahead and get my stamping in so I have room to do that. In the stamp set are some really cute little musical notes. So I'm going to take my Starry Sky ink pad, and we're just going to put some little song notes right here on the front of the card. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take, now I did prep this ahead of time. I stamped the nest on soft suede cardstock, and then I stamped it in early espresso. So I'm going to glue that right here near my little song notes, and then we're going to put our little birdie on the nest, hanging out on the nest singing. Okay, so now what I'm going to do, here I am going to do a little bit of stamping so you kind of get a little bit of an idea of the product and how it works. So I'm going to stamp the bird. This is the large bird. There's a small bird and there's a large bird. The punch coordinates with the larger bird and the wing, and then this one is a smaller bird that you can stamp and manually cut out, which I did do that as well on the inside. So I'm going to take the Sweet Sorbet, I'm going to stamp that, and I'm going to punch it out. We're just going to line it up inside the punch. Now it also punched out like some wings and the little beak, but I'm not going to worry about that. I'm just going to put that aside right now. So next what I want to do is I want to add a few little items to my bird. He needs some eyes. So I'm going to take the little eyes that are kind of closed, so it looks like he's singing, concentrating on his singing. And I'm going to stamp that in black Memento ink. And then I'm going to take some Daffodil Delight, and we're going to stamp his beak, give it a little color. And so I'm just going to line that up over his existing beak right there. And then we're going to pop him up with some dimensionals. All right, there we go. So that's the front of the card. Actually, I want to add one more thing. I'm going to add my little bow. Now, we have different color metallic bows for the new in colors. I am using the Orchid Oasis because I feel like it goes really nicely with all these colors. And so I'm just going to add that on with a glue dot. And then we will start on the inside of the card. Just going to put that down right there, add a little fun extra color to the front. Now on the inside, here's where all that fun jazz is going to happen. So as I said, I have prepped some of the pieces already. Otherwise, this would take a little bit of time. So what I did is I cut out 4 squares to put on the inside of my card. But before we did, using those Stylish Shapes dies, but before we do that, we want to add a little background color. So I'm going to take the Parakeet Party Designer Series paper. This measures 4 by 5 1/4, and I'm going to glue it on the inside here of my card. We're going to do the same thing for the other inside panel, but this time I'm going to use the Orchid Oasis, and I'm going to put it on the right side of the card. And again, it also measures 4 by 5 1/4, just like the other pieces. All right, now what do we want to do? And this is the mechanism that makes the whole thing work. And this piece measures 1.5 by 8.5 inches. And I'm going to kind of show you each of the score lines. I have a score line at 1.5, and I have another score line at 4 1/4. And then I have another score line here at 7 inches. So again, that's 1.5, 4 1/4, and 7 inches. So what I want to do is I want this middle score line at 4 1/4 to be the one popping out, and then the others will be the ones popping in or going in. So we're going to lay this flat, and right here is my 4 1/4 score mark. So I want to make sure that I adhere only these little ends here with my glue so that when the card opens and closes, we'll have that mechanism working for us. So we're going to add a little bit of glue on this little square panel. And again, remember, line up that 4 1/4 with the score line in the center of your card, and then adhere that left end, and you're going to do the same thing for your right end. Lay it flat. And now we want to check it and make sure that it works. There we go. Awesome. So now we can start working with our panels. And I'm going to start with the first one here on the left. This is the one with the little Tahitian hide. Oh my goodness, Deborah. Tahitian tide little bird. So I'm going to put this little square over here. And then I'm going to pop up the little bird with some dimensionals. And then we're going to do the next one. Now, this one, I am going to show you how I did this tree limb, but we're going to go ahead and put that right here. Again, I'm just going to glue that on. However, I only want to put the glue here because we don't need it on the whole thing because we want our little mechanism to pop out. So just put it on that green strip. There we go. And then we're going to do the next one. Now this one I stamped the little notes and I stamped the sentiment. And again, we're going to just glue that right next to it. But I don't want it on all of it, so I'm just going to put it down here in the center, just on the green strip again. And then we're going to work with the very last panel. And this is where I'm going to show you how I created that little limb there. So let me go ahead and get some things out of the way so that I don't make a mess with everything. I am going to need a little bit of some scratch paper here. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take, let's start off with the parakeet party. Now for the parakeet party, I'm going to stamp the leaves that come in the stamp set. And I like to start with the leaves first because that helps me position where my limb should go. So I'm going to stamp this at an angle. And then I'm going to take early espresso ink and I'm going to stamp my limb. Now, because I found out if I stamp the limb first, sometimes I had it too far over and I didn't have enough room for my leaves. So I learned that if I did the leaves first, that left room for my stem. So we're going to add the stem, the little branch here. And then now we're going to add some little flowers. And I'm using the Sweet Sorbet for the flowers. And we're just going to randomly stamp. Add a little color here. All right, so just wanted to show you, if you'll notice, oh, I did my thing sideways. Well, let me see if I can fix that. I was not paying attention, was I? You know what? It's a good thing I did an extra because I'm going to need it. I always like to have a little backup in case I make mistakes like this. All right. Let's try this one. Okay, so if you notice, both these branches are exactly the same. So one's going to go this way, but then I'm going to turn that one that way and have the little bird sitting there. Okay, let's see. Let's get that position correctly. Man, I didn't even notice that the first time. There we go. Easily fixed. All right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to glue this full panel onto the right side. But again, I'm going to have it going the opposite direction. I'm going to have it a different direction than that one. It's the same exact square. It's just I'm changing the orientation of it. And then I'm going to pop up my little blue bird with some dimensionals. And I want to make sure that his tail stays inside so that it doesn't pop out when I close it. And there we go, guys. That is the card for today. That was a really fun thing to make. We used all the colors, all the new in colors. And I did want to share with you about that in color club because it's a great way to collect all the new in colors over a 5-month period of time. That way you can budget. So with the new ink, with the in color club, you will get a fun packet of all the new in colors, like the cardstock, ink pad, refill, everything that you need with the new in colors. And you'll receive one color each month over the course of 5 months from May through September. The cost per month is $62 a month plus $9 postage. There is a one at all options to where you can get all 5 colors in one package and you can save a little bit of money on the postage there, and also to get some really fun goodies each month. If you do opt for the monthly in color club, there is a surprise gift from me each month, as well as a handmade card showing you how to use your color for that month. So if you'd like to sign up for that, registration is running through the end of this month, April 30th. After that time, I will send you an invoice for payment on the 1st of each month and then ship out your color for the month by the 15th. So guys, I am really looking forward to being able to craft with you again next week. I hope that you enjoyed this week's project. If you don't have the Sweet Songbirds bundle, but you have something else, try this technique that we did today with the pop out panel card, and I would love to see pictures of it. So guys, take care. We'll see you next Friday. Bye.